everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Northwest Craftsman. Today we are going to be building a swing set for my sons, post and beam architecture. So we've got to do deep holes, tall beams, big beams. We're going to get that started. So first I'm just going to time lapse you guys through the whole thing, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it once it's finished. Alrighty, here we go. guys are still around, I really appreciate you sticking here. At this point in the video, I want to go through and talk through some of the details about this entire design so that if you're looking to build something similar, you know what I did and what changes I would make. So first, some of the details. The holes that I dug were 42 inches deep and about 2 feet around. That left me about 8 or 9 inches on either side of my posts right here, which are 6x8 posts. I have a 6x8 post here, 6x8 post here, and then another 6x8 here on top. This hardware that I bought to connect was just from Home Depot. I think it's just some Simpson strong tie. I'll link it in the description, but there's one on either side of the post over here. And then the swing set hardware is just standard right off Amazon, but I will also include that as a link in the description. So for all of these, I was about to go through and try and describe more of what there is here, but honestly, that's really all there is. That's how deep the holes were, that's how wide the holes were, these are the posts that I used, and that's the hardware that I used. And otherwise, I mean, the only other thing is that there's a little bit of Henry's roofing tar on top of this one because I cut it. Oh, and I guess technically there are. Okay, so these posts are 9.5 feet off the ground so that I had enough room for this. I did have to buy some extensions for the swings right here because they weren't meant to be that high, but I wanted to make a bigger swing set. And then this one up above hangs out over the edge by about 4.5 feet, but I just bought a 22 footer right here. This is about 12.5 feet on the inside, and with that 22 footer, it gave me just enough overhang. I actually didn't cut that top one. I left it the pressure treated showing all the way across, and then just overhung it evenly on both sides once I actually had that up there. Now, for lessons learned, number one, when I was digging the holes, as much of a pain in the butt as it was to dig the holes, just dig them a little bit deeper. These guys, because they only ended up being 42 inches down, I just would feel better if they were a little bit deeper, though technically that should have been fine. And even if it wasn't deeper, putting more concrete around probably would have been something that I wanted to do, because I had originally intended to have this design so that 300-pound men could be swinging on this simultaneously, all sunk up, and have it be totally fine. And it's very much not fine. Even just when I'm on here, you can see that the top swings back and forth, probably by about 1/2 inch, which I just don't love. And even if it doesn't mean that the post is going to break, there is a chance that I'm going to have the concrete footing here polish the edges of my clay soil, and that's just going to cause it to get loose over time. So right now I am effectively limited to a 200-pound adult swinging on this at any given time, which was not a part of what I designed. In that same vein, well, so to finish that off, just go a little bit deeper, go a little bit more around. I would have gone to a true 24-inch hole all the way around, and then if I was really interested in doing it after learning what I have, I would either put a little footing extension right here to support it as it's bending down and around, or I would put a little tiny knee brace that comes up onto each side just like this. It would have been hard for me to do that over there because that goes basically right into the path that we were trying to leave open, but options. The second thing that I learned on this is that I wanted to try and coincide so that top beam with an 8-inch vertically is perfect. I actually don't see any sag at all when I'm swinging or anybody else is swinging on that, which is awesome. But these posts here, because the 6-inch direction is showing this direction, does bend back and forth. Now, I'm pretty sure that's all in the post, not anything in the base right here. But if I was to do this over again, either I would just get 8x8s all the way around, depending on how expensive it was, or I would have rotated these 6x8s 90 degrees so that they were in line with it. Now, the reason I didn't do that was because kind of removes the simplicity of just setting it on top and using brackets like this. I would have had to cut a little bit of a lap joint right there or something similar to that as I'm coming down. And then if I were to do that, it would only leave 1 inch on the 8-inch side on either side, because you've got 6 inches in the middle plus 1 inch on either side to get you your total of 8. So anyways, it would have just been more complicated right there, more ways that I could have screwed it up, and so I wanted to go with simple. And so if you are also trying to go with just really truly dead simple, just use 8x8s all the way around, and that should be good. Well, everybody, thanks again for joining me today. Again, if you've stuck around this long, I really do appreciate having you guys around. You guys are the reason why I continue to put these videos out as life continues to get busier and busier, and there's tons of projects for me to do. I really just enjoy being able to share with you guys the different things that I'm doing, so that there's a hope that at least one of you or a couple of you will find it helpful. So thank you guys very much for sticking around. I appreciate it. If you have any comments, go ahead and throw it in the comment section down below. I love answering those questions and I love interacting with you guys, and I really do, and thank you guys. I do thank you guys for engaging on the channel as much as you do. So again, many thanks to you guys, and I hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching this video. Go make something awesome. Bye.